People think The Rock is on TRT or some type of supplement because the way he looks and of his age. As you get older, into your 40s or into your early 50s, your testosterone will decline dramatically to the point where it is hard to sustain a lot of muscle mass and to build a lot of muscle mass in the first place, right? It is hard for the older people to go about this. For the younger people, age 18 to like 30, your testosterone is at its best, it is at its peak. So for The Rock being like in late 40s, maybe early 50s, I'm not quite sure. I know he's around like 40 to 50. A lot of people speculate he is not natural and that he's on something such as like TRT or perhaps maybe even steroids, right? And I mean, if you just look at his physique at first glance, it's pretty obvious that he's on something, right? I mean, his skin is super tight. His muscles are pushing through. They're always full. It is always plumped, and he is big, ripped, and freaky at that age, and it's pretty suspicious in my opinion. Suspicious for many people out there, right? Rec so on and so forth, Kenny KO, they all believe that The Rock is on something, and not even TRT, like legit on like steroids, our steroid cycle. Now I'm not saying 100% that he is, but this is like a discussion. If you pay attention to his physique year round, from the beginning of time till today, he has been progressing instead of regressing. Like I said, as you get older into your 50s, or when you just age in general into that age, you shouldn't be promoting or getting on these muscles, right? You should be regressing, but he's not. He's progressing as he's getting older and older and older, which is kind of a suspicious alert. You know what I mean? Because it's just not right for that, right? It's science. Science speaks. Science has facts. So when people see Dwayne The Rock Johnson being hella ripped and hella muscular, with a lot of muscles, they automatically think he's on steroids. And you know what? I could agree with you people, but if you look at his history regarding his athletic, you know, stuff, his working out routines and stuff like that, he's always been jacked. He's always been big, but he's never really been ripped and jacked at the same time, right? His muscles didn't have that pop to them. He was never full. Like his muscles weren't as full back in the day when he was starting off in the WWE. In the beginning of the time, he never had that pop to his muscles. He never really had that skin tight look to his physique and whatnot. So if you fast forward a bit, like I said, he's progressing instead of regressing. It's kind of suspicious now, right? How do you get all of these attributes without regressing as you're getting older? Pretty weird. So that is that. And just to hold that amount of muscle and being that shredded at the same time is kind of a clear indication that you're on something. Perhaps it could be like a fat burner or TRT or creatine or whatever the case might be. But at the same time, being that big, constantly being stressed, constantly on the go, because he's an actor, he's constantly on the go. For him to do all these activities, to be at that age, so on and so forth, you would think that he would be, not as jacked and not as lean, but he is really jacked and really lean. So that's why a lot of people just speculate that he's on something. And in the industry of, actors and the Hollywood world and whatnot, um, in the first place, steroids aren't legal, so you cannot just say, "Yeah, I'm on something." No, unless your doctor has prescribed it to you, then you could state that my doctor has prescribed this to me in order to fix whatever I have, right? Such as the Liver King. The Liver King had to expose, or he's been exposed, so he came out saying, "Oh, my doctor prescribed me this," right? But in reality, and I know damn well that he purchased these steroids underground. So back to my point, the Hollywood world of things. A lot of people are taking like Botox, artificial stuff, silicone, synthol, and they are using steroids or TRT in order to enhance their physiques and enhance their profile, meaning their outlook on people, right? And people do this in order to stay relevant, to gain attraction, so on and so forth. So I wouldn't doubt that like majority of the people in the Hollywood world are taking something. Like, for instance, a lot of people speculate whether if Mark Wahlberg has used something or not, or situation from Jersey Shore, or that one guy, that one Indian guy. I don't know his name, but he's a popular uh, actor. He's an Indian actor. I believe he played in Harold Kumar, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he became jacked and ripped. So yeah, I mean, there are tons of more controversial physique transformations out there when it comes to celebrities, but that itself should tell you that the Hollywood world of things deceives people and manipulate people in order to get their own incentives on things, right? And that is becoming more popular, staying relevant, so on and so forth. So that's pretty much it, people. Let me know what you guys think about The Rock, and let me know if you guys think if he's on TRT or steroids, and if you think he's on steroids, let me know what kind of steroids he's on, or if you don't think he's on anything at all, then explain to me how's he so jacked and ripped, considering his age and stuff like that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to stay tuned in. I'll catch you guys in the next video.